Hey guys, Joey Average here, and we're going to talk about the gun violence advocacy campaign that's going on, Partners for Gun Violence in different cities. Now, the people behind this, we're going to talk about that real quick, because that's just like the people from the Ad Council who put out these liberal, and this has nothing to do with conservatives. Just when I say liberal, I just mean who these people are, okay? Because I can tell you right now, I'm not a conservative nor a liberal, all right? But these people are liberals, left-leaning liberals, who are whacked out to the point where they want guns off the street completely. And George Soros is one of these people who are involved in all these Black Lives Matter campaigns, all these campaigns that you hear about the Ad Council on TV or radio. All these campaigns are paid for by this guy. All right, this guy is a complete fundraiser for all these advocacy campaigns against things. Now, the gun violence thing, this is taking guns away from bad people has always been the conundrum and always been the argument for people. But we know people shoot people, right? We know guns don't just come out of their holster, and people don't, they don't load themselves, they don't put ammunition in themselves, they don't shoot themselves, they don't do any of that stuff. We know, period, that people shoot people, right? But who are the gun campaigning towards? Who are they campaigning at to get rid of these guns? We already know the gun grab thing is a big thing in this country, and this is part of it. We know that. The NBA and all the professional sports are involved in promoting anything and everything that this New World Order wants, because the Jesuit broadcasting companies are the ones that run them. So we know they use the broadcasting companies as vehicles to get out their false information. And again, what this is pulling on the people's emotions to get guns off the street, and they're targeting a certain demographic here. All right, so I just want you to hear it, and then we're going to break down some of the statistics that make no sense in this gun violence campaign the NBA is implementing. Let me go back to the beginning here, and then we'll let you hear it. All right, hold on. We're going to listen to the beginning of it, and we'll see what happens here. And I'll break down some information I got for you. Here we go.
To be a part of their life. It's the best experience. I wouldn't change it.
Here we go.
Very, very sweet. So some NBA superstars, they've decided to play on the same team to fight gun violence. Famed director Spike Lee, he collaborated with NBA legends to make a special public service ad, and it's to air on Christmas Day. It includes the Los Angeles Clippers' Chris Paul, who describes losing a family member to gun violence. Sports anchor Rachel Nichols, she's joining me now. This is pretty amazing, Rachel, getting all these guys coming together, players like Carmelo Anthony. Why'd they want to get involved in the project?
Well, the NBA has been very outspoken that this is not politically motivated.
Yes, it is.
That these PSAs do not advocate any specific kind of gun control.
It's not politically motivated, but it's pushed towards a certain demographic of people, and it's pushed towards a certain thing that they want, and they've always been trying to get through different laws. Every one of these false flags, you've seen a law passed about guns in every city, every county. Every legislation has something on its ballot regarding guns. And these violent things that happen in their cities right before these elections should be suspicious enough for you guys to understand this. All right? Know the people who are involved in it, because these people don't want guns on the street. Why? They want to control everything. They cannot control millions of people who have guns. They just can't do it. All right, guns are our only choice against a corrupt government. That's what the Declaration of Independence said. All right, why would you take guns out of society? One, so you could corrupt it and control it. That's it. There is no other reason for it. So this is a gun grab, period. All right.
Control. It's more about the awareness of what gun violence does, getting people affected by.
Say it again. I want you to listen to what she says again. And she's going to lie directly to you, all right? And give you the opposite of what you mean.
PSAs do not advocate any specific kind of gun control. It's more.
Say it again. Remember what I told you. Everything they say has a meaning behind it,
coming together, players like Carmelo
Listen
Anthony,
again.
why'd they want to get involved in the project?
Well, the NBA has been very outspoken that this is not politically motivated, that these PSAs do not advocate any specific kind of gun control. It's more about the awareness of what gun violence does.
No, it's
getting
not.
people
It's
affected
about the
by it
control.
and wanting to do something about it. Whatever you choose to do about it, that's what they want. And a lot of these players, frankly, have been politically involved in the gun control issue themselves. Joakim Noah, who plays in Chicago, you'll see him in these ads. He has been...
Now, they've been involved, and I'm going to give you the statistics, okay? NBA violence, gun violence is off the charts, okay? So the people in the NBA, all right, who are promoting this gun grab or gun control is what I call it, is another. What other reason would they be giving it this information for? Why would they be doing this if they didn't want the guns off the streets? They want them any way they can get them, all right? And let me give you some stats, okay? I'm just going to do that because NBA, when it comes to felonies and crime, there's a database here. I'm going to read it to you, okay? NBACrimeLibrary.com. I'm going to leave the link, and I'm going to give you another link to the Nielsen ratings of what I'm talking about here. But here's who they're targeting here, all right? Let's go to the NBA gun crimes. All right, this is just in the NBA, people, not in the NFL or anywhere else. All right, in the NBA itself, right now, outstanding gun crimes in the NBA, there are 28 charges, 28 different people, right now, in the crime library of felony. All right, they got 28 of them. That's one for each team. All right. If you want to break it down in average, I'll give you a couple guys right here just off the top. You guys can go to it yourself, but it's ridiculous what they're doing here. All right, first guy, the last guy that got arrested for a gun violence was Raymond Felton. He was charged with possession of a firearm. He was arrested on February 25th of 2014. He's with the New York Knicks, and he's age 29. Felton turned himself into police following an arrest warrant for unlicensed handgun possession. The police were alerted by Felton's estranged wife, who provided the gun to police and claimed he threatened her with it. Now listen, this thing has been going on for a while, this gun grab, right? We've known about the gun grab and all the rest of it that they're trying to do. They want to get these guns so they can control the people. If they don't have these guns, they don't feel safe in going in there and controlling things if anything happens. And we've talked about things like that, like cataclysms, events, natural disasters. We talked about homemade disasters. All these things could happen. We've talked about martial law, all this. Now, none of this can happen. They can't make the transition until they take the guns away. So this is the push right here. But they're using, and when I give you the statistics, so it's pretty crazy. They're using African Americans in the NBA. Okay, they are predominantly African Americans in the NBA, but there are other diversities in the NBA. And when I give you the actual statistics of who watches NBA, you are not even going to believe it. I mean, that's unbelievable itself. So we know right here, if I look at it, the statistics for NBA in gun violence, okay? Not gun violence, but let's just go to the demographics, all right? The actual people who watch the NBA, all right? 62.9% African Americans watch the NBA. Their total fan base is 62.9%. So we know right away that they're targeting African Americans here, okay? If you can't see that, that's not racist. That's me pointing out a factual statement that these people are racist, okay? These are the ones that are racist. They're putting it out there, information that doesn't make any sense, and they're pushing it towards black Americans, all right? Especially NBA fans, which is sick. You see the target? You should be upset about that. All you NBA fans should be mad as crap, especially you African Americans that they're targeting. Yeah, well, here's the statistics. 57% of the fan base that watches it now is Asian American. How you like that? Hispanics at 14%, and the whites are lower than 10% of the fan base. White Americans. So we know they're targeting black Americans here. You can call me racist all you want, but I'm telling you right now, that's what they're doing. Do you want to know the information or don't you? Or do you want to keep calling people racist when they give you information to help you? The only people being racist are the people making up this crap. These people. Okay? That's it. 28 gun violence charges in the NBA. 28. 28 of them, man. Can you imagine that? Let's go and see. I'm going to give you a couple names. I'm just going to read some names off to you. All right, this is a joke that they're doing this, okay? This is a direct gun grab and a direct push towards African-Americans, period. All right? Because they make up 63% of this demographic. That's it. And then you have Asian Americans are second. Asian American, that statistic kind of threw me off a little bit. Those are Nielsen ratings, and I'll leave that too. I'm going to leave those statistics with you. So I just can't believe that 57% of Asian Americans. I would think that more white people would watch it than Asian Americans. That's weird. Even more Mexicans or Hispanics watch basketball on TV than whites. That's weird. But that has nothing to do with it. What does have something to do with it is the facts. The facts is they're going for your guns. They're using some stupidity here by taking the NBA, who's number one in gun violence, in its players in the whole professional sports realm. That itself is stupid. All right, that is how they work. Okay, this is they are targeting you guys. They're targeting African Americans, and they're trying to take the guns away from you. And they're trying to pull your emotions so you'll get rid of your guns. But honestly, we know all this gun violence, all this gun grab stuff against anyone is not working in this country. It's not going to work. They try everything and anything to pull at your emotions. All right? Anything to get guns off the streets before martial law, that's it, period. I'll read you some names here of gun violence. Let me get back to the other statistics here of total statistics in the NBA, which is unbelievable. Okay? Listen to this. Crimes in the NBA. Assault and or battery, 103 crimes. Miscellaneous and other, 68 crimes. Drunk driving, 61 crimes. Non-drug alcohol driving citation, 49. Drugs and marijuana, 47 crimes. Gun crimes, 28. Disorderly conduct, 27. Resisting arrest, 23. Drugs and cocaine, other than marijuana, I guess, assuming, that's 11 charges in the NBA. Sexual assault and rape, 9 in the NBA. Breaking and entering and burglary, 5. Gambling, 3. Loitering, 3. Failure to pay child support, 2. Car theft, 2. Solicitation of prostitution, 2. And I'm sure you can get that one up there a little higher. Homicide, 1, as we know of, and that was the guy from Dallas or Texas that killed the San Antonio Spurs or the guy that killed his wife or whatever. I'm not really remember that story, but it was a long time ago. So you see where they're going with it, right?
He's been very active on the Chicago streets and all the unrest going on there. You have Chris Paul, who just saw his grandfather was killed. You've got
Chris Paul, who just killed his grandfather, but had his grandfather sacrificed by the Illuminati, basically. Everywhere you go, they have a person.
And all the unrest going on there.
And their family.
You have Chris Paul, who just saw his grandfather was killed. You've got guys like Carmelo Anthony, who came out after Sandy Hook and advocated for tougher laws. So this is a personal quest for a lot of them.
It's not a personal quest for any of them. It's a quest for the NBA to work with the government to get guns off the streets. And they're targeting African Americans, period. I don't care what you say. You can call me what you want, and I'm not racist. Ever been racist. You want the facts, I'm giving them to you. You should be upset that they did this. If you're African American, you should be upset that they're targeting you for gun grab. For Joey Average and the NBA and the professional sports scam artists, you guys have a good day.